Hey everyone, so great to see you again. It's Judy from Coffee, Cookies, and Books. And holy cow, we're just ripping through these books. And we are now on to Tic Tac TBR, round 4 of our Summer Chaos. Can you even believe how fast I'm getting through these rounds? I think it's because most of these books are fairly short. I'd say the average is 300 pages, it's kind of the average. So it only takes me a couple of days to kind of hammer through them. And of course, because we're going through July and August, I'm expecting that we're probably going to have 5 rounds of Tic Tac TBR. I think with the Yachtsified Kindle, it might only be 3 to 4 rounds of it. But with with these books, yeah, like I'll be very surprised if we don't hit 5 rounds. So this is round 4, okay, Tic Tac TBR. So as we did with the previous ones, the TBR card, Tic Tac TBR card will go over my shoulder so that you can track where the numbers are falling as we spin for them, okay? And yeah, and we'll see what numbers we get this time. We seem to be getting a lot of certain ones all the time, and some of them are a little challenging to find books for, simply because I didn't really think about the prompts that I put on this card fitting with the cozy realm. I put the prompts on more to fit with my general overall TBR. So it's been a challenge, but I think that's been kind of half the fun of it, right? Okay, so let's get started. Don't want to delay anymore with our first spin. So as I explained before, we have the numbers 1 to 9, and they're on the wheel, and we're just going to spin and see what we get. So first spin. All right, so we are ready for spin number 1. Okay, so the first spin we got was the number 3, and number 3 is 3 rhymes with tree. Choose a book with foliage on the cover. So I went with A Doom Full of Sugar by Catherine Bruns, and so this is the first book in a series. Can't remember what series is called. Let's just see. Does it say in here? No, it has her other series in here. Oh, A Maple Syrup Mystery series. So that's a series. And this book 1, there is nothing sweet about murder. Kyla Corey has always believed that everyone loved her father as much as they loved his artisanal maple syrup. But when he's killed and she returns to Sugar Ridge, Vermont to take over his business, she starts to realize how much his life she's left untapped. How much of his life she's left untapped. With her brother under suspicion, her mother just barely holding it together, and police not producing any leads, Leah will have to investigate on her own if she wants answers about her father's sticky end. The more she learns, the more she worries there won't be a sappy ending to the story. So that's this one. I think it's perfect as far as foliage on the cover. I mean, it does have a bit more of a fall seasonal look to it, but I figured it fit the prompt. So that's the one I'm going with. Okay. All right. So now we're on to spin number 2. And spin 2. Okay, spin number 2 is number 9, which is 9, nah, make it a 10, choose a 5-star prediction. So the one I picked is Finley Donovan Rolls the Dice, and I think this is the 4th book in the series. I think I've loved every book so far. So that's why I have said that this is going to be number 5. Now, I do not want to read the back of this because while each book kind of deals with sort of a separate situation that Finley is in, all situations lead to Rome, so to speak. So you kind of have to start with book one, okay? And so I don't want to give away anything on the back, so I will leave it at that and just say that that is my next choice, okay? And we're going to go on to spin number 3. And spin number 3. Okay, so for spin number 3, we got the number 7, and 7 rhymes with 11. Choose a book with the most words in the title. So I picked A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I actually had quite a few with 8, and I picked this one because I've wanted to read this one for a while. This is by Sarah Hawley. And I mean, I had a few different ones, but there's other ones that I kind of left because I thought they fit some of the other prompts that I had a little bit better. So that was why I picked this one. And this is, Marielle knows not to trust a demon, especially one who wants her soul. But what's a witch to do when he won't leave her side and she kind of doesn't want him to? Okay, so I'll leave it at that. It's obviously cozy romance, which I like. A little bit of a change of scenery, right? Yeah. Okay, spin 4. Yeah, spin number 4. I had to think about that for a second. And spin 4. Okay, spin 4. We're just rolling right along here. We got number 4. So spin 4, number 4. Like I said, that happens a lot, right? Okay, 4 rhymes with Floret. Choose a book with transportation on the cover or in the story. So I picked A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I've been wanting to read this one for a long time. This also had like one of the long titles. I think it's 8 words. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it had 8 words too. But I left this one because it had the transportation part in it, and that's kind of hard to find in some of the books, so that's why I thought I would go with this one. Okay, it says, when Rosemary Harper joins the crew of the Wayfarer, she isn't expecting much. The patched up ship has seen better days, but it offers her everything she could possibly want: a spot to call home, a chance to explore the far-off corners of the galaxy, and some distance from her past. And nothing could be further from what she's known than the crew of the Wayfarer. From Sissix, the exotic reptilian pilot, to Kizzy and Jenks, the chatty engineers who keep the ship running, to the noble Captain Ashby, life aboard is chaotic and crazy, exactly what Rosemary wants. That is, until the crew is offered the job of a lifetime, tunneling wormholes through space to a distant planet. Sure, they'll earn enough money to live comfortably for years, but risking her life wasn't part of the job description. The journey through the galaxy is full of excitement, adventure, and mishaps for the Wayfarer team. And along the way, Rosemary comes to realize that a crew is a family, and that family isn't necessarily the worst thing in the universe, as long as you actually like them. So that's this one. So I think it's cozy science fiction is what it's supposed to be. It's a little on the longer side, but it's still only 400 pages, so not too bad. And I've been dying to read it, so I can't wait to read this one. Okay, and we're down to 5 again. So spin number 5. And spin 5. so again, spin number 5, and we got number 5, and we got tic-tac TBR. I think that happened in the last round. Same thing. Anyway, 5 rhymes with alive. Choose a book with a plot about survival. So I went with something that is survival, but in a different manner, okay? And that is The Battle of the Bookshops by Poppy Alexander. So the idea is that one of these bookshops, which is the little one, is trying to survive the big one in the battle between the two. And the cute seaside town of Portsmouth has been the home of Capelthorne's books for nearly 100 years. So that would be this one over here. Okay, the shop in the heart of High Street that stretches crookedly down the hill from the castle to the sea may be a tad run down these days, but Jules Capelthorne, the wonky, dusty world of literature treasures, is full of precious childhood memories. When her great aunt Florence gets too frail to run it alone, Jules ditches her junior publishing job in London and comes home to make the bookshop's 100th birthday a celebration to remember. Jules quickly discovers things are worse than she ever imagined. The bookshop is close to bankruptcy and unlikely to make its own centenary celebration, and the lease on the building is up for renewal. With the 6-figure sum needed, the future looks bleak. To make matters worse, the owner of the property is the insufferable Roman Montbeau from the posh local family who owns half Portsmouth. The Montbeaus and the Capelthornes have feuded for years, and Roman is clearly not improved since he tormented Jules as a child. Fresh from a high-flying career in New York, he is on a mission to shake things up, and unforgivably proves his point about Capelthorne's being a relic of the past by opening a new bookshop directly opposite a shiny plate glass windowed emporium of books. Jules may not be able to splash the cash on promotions and marketing like the Montbeaus, but she's got some ideas of her own. Plus, she has a tenacity that may just win the hardest of hearts and the most hopeless of conflicts. Let the battle of the bookshops commence. I freaking love the sound of it, okay? Poppy Alexander, did I say that's who the author is? So, very much looking forward to that. So that is our last choice, and that was our tic-tac-toe in tic-tac TBR. So that is Battle of the Bookshops by Poppy Alexander. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. Finley Donovan Rolls the Dice by Elle Casimano. And A Doom Full of Sugar by Catherine Bruns. So those are our next 5, okay? And that is round 4 of Tic-Tac TBR. So will it be the last round or not? We shall see. And yeah, so that's it for this video. And I guess we won't see you until the next one. And maybe round 5? Who knows?